So maybe if you can tell, because usually for my fish videos I have a trident if it's a fish video. In this case, there's a car behind me. So it's a car video. If you've been watching me for a little while, you may know that I used to drive a Mazda. Now specifically I drove a Mazda 3 and it was red. I loved that car so much. It was my first car. It went through both of my brothers before me, so it went through 3 boys. So that car took a beating. And it was a stick shift, so we definitely, love to rev that engine and go real fast in it. Or at least I know I did. That car was with me since high school, since I got my license, just everything. It's been through a lot. And I'm not very much a car person. I don't really care for cars that much, but it was sentimental to me. It really did mean a lot to me, and honestly, I was real sad to see it go. Actually, around I want to say the 3rd, literally right before the 4th of July, I got in an accident. I was backing out of my friend's place, and I didn't see a guy coming around a corner. It was a blind corner, and literally I had looked both ways multiple times before backing out, and I take 2 seconds backing out, and then he just accelerates and slams right into my bumper, just clears the whole thing off, completely shifts my car to the side and all this other stuff. The car was still drivable and was great, but because of it being so old, because it was an '06 and it had about almost 220,000 miles, they deemed the car a total loss. I was really, really upset. I got real depressed for a little while because I basically just ruined everything with a stupid mistake, even though it was really nobody's fault. It definitely wasn't my fault, even though I was blaming myself for the whole thing. Went through, about a week and a half or about 2 weeks of actually still driving the car in the condition that it was in, because I had to wait for the insurance because it was a holiday weekend and we were going between insurance companies. They had weird information. I kept on having to call them back to re-give them my information even though they already had it, and each time I called they said, oh no, we already have it. I don't know why we keep sending you mail saying we don't. It was a whole mess of stuff, and in the end I only got offered $1,000 for my car when the Blue Book value was definitely $2,000. I was real sad about that, even more so than the car being messed up. I've got one little thing to remember it by. That's the little stick shift shield right there, the little faceplate. It's from the car, and I don't know. It's weird, it's stupid, and it's sentimental, but I'm gonna keep it. I could just watch my neighbor walk out and throw something out there and just stare at me from across the cul-de-sac. YouTube's weird, man. We went through all of that, and now I'm where I'm at now, and I want to show you guys actually what I did get, because I had to get a new car. I had to get something. I can't just not drive around in the U.S. because our public transportation system sucks.
Bluff, sis. Wow, the tea is piping hot. I hope. SKSKSKSK.
And it's impossible to literally exist and have a job unless you have a car here in the U.S. If you don't live in a major city like, New York or D.C. or Orlando or something that at least has some form of a transportation system. I just talk way too much. I'm just gonna turn you all around and show you. I now drive a Nissan Versa Note SR in this beautiful metallic light blue color. Now it's a 2016 and I bought it with only 15,000 miles on it.
Wow!
Now for all the upgrades to the exterior, the SR version itself has the added body kit and the upgraded rims, and then the previous owner themselves actually added some pinstriping that looks really nice with the blue, and then also added some blind spot mirrors. Now in the interior of the car, the SR version has this beautiful little upgraded interior with the orange trim, and it's just really nice and soft to sit in, and just looks really nice as well. They added a new screen. They upgraded the standard screen in the Nissan Versa Note to a Pioneer AVIC 5000 model. They also added this really neat sunblocker, and living in Florida, having it here, I never forget to use it. They added one thing that I love the most out of everything, and that's this whiteout on the dials. It's just lovely, isn't it? It just really adds to the car. I got out of the door for $12,000, which was honestly a steal. The only part that sucked was all the waiting. And the waiting. And some more waiting, and adding some waiting on top of the waiting. Still here at the dealership. We're just waiting for finance. It's been like, I feel like 2 hours.
You've been here for 4 hours.
No, I know, but I mean sitting here waiting paperwork-wise.
Yes, you've been waiting for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
We've known that you wanted this car since 6 p.m. They are already closed.
But eventually we ended up making it out, had some real quick dinner at Chili's, and then I got back home just in time for me to go to work. But I did actually end up finding out that I had a nail in the tire since I left the lot. I had to patch that up, and that was a thing. But other than that, the car's been amazing. It's been a couple days, been having to deal with, you know, like the rain, everything else, especially in Florida and all that. Oh, I think there's a smudge on the lens. Great, but it's been raining, and actually the original car wash that I went to was terrible. All the items weren't working, like pretty much everything within the dial was on the wrong spot and nothing was working right. So I ended up bringing it home, washing it here at home, and actually did that wrong too, because I did a no-no and I used some Dawn dish detergent to wash my car. Don't do that, guys. It strips your wax, messes up your paint, fucks your car. I'm really excited about the car, and honestly it made me real happy to get it, because this is like my car. This is the car that I got for me. This wasn't for my brothers then getting handed to me. This is for me. This is mine. I'm paying on it, like it's mine. It just makes me happy that feel like my life is kind of slowly going somewhere, and all my efforts haven't been for nothing. Anyway, it is ridiculously hot out, so let's go ahead and let's turn the car on, because I need that sweet AC, and now I have a car that has AC, so I'm gonna enjoy it, and it feels nice.